Run it back, nation. What is good? It is your boy DJ Eastwood. Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros. Please excuse the background of my studio. Currently, we are renovating the Run It Back Philly headquarters. All right. And before we get into this video, hit the like button. That helps me out greatly. Let's get 500 likes on the video. Thank you for that. If you're brand new, subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of these videos. The Philadelphia Eagles will play the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game, thanks to the Dallas Cowboys choking once again. It's impressive at this point. Every single season, they find a new creative way to choke after being heralded the entire season as a Super Bowl contender, after ESPN blanked them blank off all season long. They find another way to lose. Now, first of all, I wanted a Cowboys-Eagles NFC Championship game just for the pure chaos that would have been South Philly, Lincoln Financial Field parking lots. The chaos that would have been in that area for a Cowboys-Eagles NFC Championship game would have been legendary, and I would have been there. So I kind of wanted it to happen, but, you know, knowing the Dallas Cowboys, the one time in the back of my mind I kind of wanted them to win a game, they choke so hard. First of all, here's a fun fact before we break down what the hell happened at the end of that Cowboys game. Here's a fun fact. Shout out to Shane Haff and shout out to A2D Radio. Since Micah Parsons called Jalen Hurts a system QB, the Cowboys went 3-3 with wins over just two backup quarterbacks and 57-year-old Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Dak Prescott threw 8 interceptions, and Micah Parsons recorded less than half a sack per game. So how's that for ball don't lie, karma, watch games, etc., etc., etc. Those who act fraudulent shall have fraudulent events be placed upon them. I just made that up, but it sounded good. So that's a fun fact. All right, so the funny part about this Cowboys loss, they lose to the 49ers 19-12. But the final drive of the game, if you didn't watch it, if you're just checking the score this morning, if you're just searching the internet to kind of see what happened, please go find a video of the final drive of the game, because it was pure comedy. I watch a lot of stand-up comedy. I haven't seen anything this funny in a long damn time. So the Cowboys are down 7. Just over 2 minutes left, and with all their timeouts, but they haven't been able to really move the ball so far the whole game. They got 12 damn points, all right? A couple drives where they moved the ball, but realistically, they weren't really moving the ball. So they decided to punt the ball down by 7 in a playoff game with just over 2 minutes left in a game that they have not been great offensively. They decide to punt the ball. So they inevitably, they essentially punt the ball to end their season, okay? The 49ers run a lot of the clock off. Cowboys get the ball back with 40 seconds left, all right? No timeouts. And then their kick returner calls a fair catch on the 6-yard line. So now they got the ball inside their own 10-yard line with no timeouts, no time on the clock, 40-some seconds on the clock. They got to rely on Dak Prescott to paint the sidelines and try to get them down the field into the end zone. One of the funniest things that happened first was Dak Prescott on the first snap drops back into his own end zone, rolls to his right, and runs face first into a defensive lineman in his own end zone and almost ends the game on a safety. You can't make this stuff up, man. He rolls to his right, looking down the field, and he runs head first into a defensive lineman. He didn't even see him. He didn't even see him. A defensive lineman, an NFL defensive lineman, is the size of a refrigerator. And Dak Prescott's rolling out to his right inside his own end zone, down 7 with no timeouts in a playoff game, and doesn't see an NFL defensive lineman in front of him and runs straight into him. I don't know how you miss a refrigerator. I feel like if I was walking down the street and I just like decide that I'm going to roll out of the pocket, you know, sometimes you just play sports in your head for no reason, and there's a refrigerator on the sidewalk, I'm probably not going to run into it. And I'm not an NFL athlete or an expert whatsoever. I just don't think I would miss something the size of a refrigerator in front of me. Anyway, he runs face first into him. He gets lucky. Player missed the tackle inside the Cowboys' own end zone. Could have ended the game on a safety. He gets lucky. Now, the next couple of plays, right when I think, like, this is just pure comedy. They punt to end their season. Now they're struggling to get the ball out of their own end zone. Dak's running into defensive linemen. I don't know what's going on. Right when I think it can't get funnier than this, he hits the tight end on the sideline. Schultz, Dalton Schultz, down the sideline, on the sideline, not very far, hardly even past the 20, I think. And he steps out of bounds. Schultz catches the ball on the sideline, down 7, no timeouts in a playoff game, 1 foot down, and should I put this other foot down? What do you guys think over there? Should I try to get 2 feet down here? Maybe. Nah, he just casually steps out of bounds. They call it complete. They review it because they're like, wait a minute. I don't even think this was complete. Incomplete. All right, another one. Schultz again, sideline. This time he catches it, but he steps out of bounds running in reverse, which doesn't stop the clock. Holy cow. They are just finding incredible ways to lose this game. And then the final play of the game. They got 5 seconds left. And Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, they all decide we're going to pull out this trick play we've been working on all season just for this moment. We've been working on this play just for this moment. And if you haven't seen my reaction to it, I put it on TikTok and Instagram. Go to the TikTok page at Run It Back Philly. Go to Instagram at Run It Back Philly. It's on there with the film. Ezekiel Elliott is lined up at center. The Cowboys have their offensive line strung out across the field, the right side, the left side. I've never seen a play like this in my life. Zeke snaps the ball to Dak. Zeke gets pancaked in front of him, and Zach hits a wide receiver on a slant for about 6 yards and gets him absolutely mollywopped by a safety to end the game. They officially, last year when Dak ran down the field with 15 seconds left, no timeouts, and slid to end the game, I didn't think they could top that. They actually topped it. This was pure comedy. This is creative. You know, you ever see the movie Dumb and Dumber? There's movies that are creatively stupid. They're so stupid that you know it actually took a lot of creativity to produce something that stupid, right? This had to be created. There's just no way around it. If you said, what's the dumbest way the Cowboys could lose this playoff game, I don't think anybody could have written this down off the top of their head. This is just shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Unbelievably creative with how they end games and how they choke into playoffs. It's shout out to the Cowboys. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to Cowboys fans. Oh my goodness, just what a ride. What a ride that was, man. Pure entertainment. So we get Cowboys. So we get Eagles 49ers NFC Championship game. And here's my prediction for that. I think the 49ers are going to put up obviously a better defensive effort than the New York Giants put up. You know, Jalen Hurts was phenomenal in the game. Our run game was phenomenal. We had Gainwell was over 100 yards rushing. Miles Sanders had 90 yards rushing. We controlled the game from beginning to end. I think Sirianni and Steichen and Gannon called the game exactly how they wanted to call it. And I thought, we need to get pressure on Daniel Jones to get him off of his game, and we did exactly that. So the Eagles played a perfect game against the New York Giants. Perfect. I don't think it could have gone better. The 49ers are going to play us a little bit tougher than that. But here's my prediction. I don't think we're going to have as much ease moving the ball down the field. I don't think Hurts is going to have as much time in the pocket. I don't think our run game is going to produce, 200-plus rushing yards from 2 running backs. We're going to have a little bit tougher time. But I do think the Eagles win the game and get into the Super Bowl. And here's how I think they win the game. Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy was good in that Cowboys game. It wasn't amazing, but he got it done, right? And that's all he's had to do this whole season. And I'm not saying Brock Purdy's been a game manager all season. He's had some games where clearly, they won, the 49ers won because of him. So shout out to Brock Purdy. But I do think the fact that, the 49ers have a rookie quarterback in the NFC Championship game is going to end their season. And it's been a nice run with all the injuries they've had at quarterback this whole season. It's been a nice run. But I think at the end of the day, the football gods, you got a rookie quarterback who was the last pick in the draft. I'm not saying he can't turn out to be great because Tom Brady was the last pick in the draft. But you got a young quarterback, inexperienced, who just escaped the Cowboys by managing the game. I think the Eagles rattle him. I think the Eagles get pressure on him. I think the Eagles make his life a lot more difficult than it was against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think essentially we make Brock Purdy make big-time mistakes. We make Brock Purdy look like a rookie quarterback, and the Eagles take the game. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be 100% dependent on the Eagles' pressure on Brock Purdy, rattling him and making him make mistakes. I think we forced 2 interceptions out of Brock Purdy. I think maybe one of them's a pick 6. We get points from our defense, maybe a fumble recovery, something like that. And I think on the other end, we struggle a little bit against the 49ers defense, but I think Hurts has a good game. I think Hurts has a solid game. I think we run the ball the way that we're supposed to. Again, we don't put up 200-plus rushing yards with 2 running backs, but we run the ball the way that we're supposed to. We take care of what we want to take care of on offense, but we win the game with the defense. We win the game with the defensive line pressure, the same way we've been winning games all season. Hassan Reddick and those boys, you know what I mean? Josh Sweat and Hargrave and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and all those boys. We win the game with the defensive line pressure on Brock Purdy, shaking him up, making his life difficult, making him make mistakes. I'm going 20-16 Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game to advance to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Hey, thank you guys for tuning into this video, man. This is Run It Back Philly. It is your boy DJ Eastwood. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Hit the like button. Give me 500 on the video. All those things. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing NBA League Pass watch along tonight on YouTube and on Playback TV. So tune into that. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.